We managed to beat whatever that thing in the meat locker was. But is it over? I may have just unleashed something terrifying.
Okay, so I know that this video was supposed to be the first video after the update where we were going to be scrapping commentary, so this kind of feels counterintuitive, but I just wanted to talk about how the G-Creature boss fight is just completely beyond ridiculous, and definitely shows the marks that Outbreak isn't going to be the best designed game in the world. Mostly I wanted to talk about the weakness of the G-Creature, and if you have watched anything Resident Evil, then you know that the arena that we're fighting him in is that rail car from Resident Evil 2 and 3 that we're fighting William Birkin on in those games, but it's been repurposed to fight the G-Creature, who I believe was that G-larva thing, sort of from Resident Evil 2 that killed Ben when it burst out of his body, because Aliens ripoffs are just everywhere in video games. But this one was produced by a rogue Umbrella agent who possibly injected herself with it. I'm not really sure why. She was barely in the scenario in the first place, so trying to get a story reason for what she was doing is kinda hard. Mostly because she's an Umbrella researcher, so anything she was doing could possibly make negative infinity sense. Anyway, the G-Larva mutates into the G-Creature. In order to beat it, you have to hit it with the rail car. It's about 2 or 3 strikes with the rail car, but the problem is that the rail car takes so long to charge up these ramming attacks that it has for whatever god-awful reason, that it just kinda makes the boss fight arbitrarily and stupidly difficult for no good reason. And what makes it worse is that you have to constantly go over to check the control panel to see if the rail car is charged up for another attack, but you also have to lure the G-Creature, whom, fair enough, is a very slow, tyrant-esque monster, and you can lure it into the garage and then run back to the control panel because its attacks are so stupidly slow, and just hit it another time. But the multiple attacks thing and waiting for this charge up that it has, all the while you're dealing, most likely alone, if you're playing single player, with the G-Creature, then is just kind of a really annoying lure, run back, to both sides of the frickin' arena, and you have to do all this quickly while dodging the G-Creature, and Outbreak doesn't have a good dodge mechanic system in it, so it just ends up being really bizarrely annoying, especially since for all of the CG greatness that they put in the beginning cutscene, the G-Creature looks fucking stupid as a monster and acts ridiculously moronic. It really does look like a creature that is legitimately blind and was birthed probably 30 minutes ago. Like, seriously, it takes like 7 to 5 seconds for its fist to contact the ground because it's a 15-foot tall pile of flesh. As we continue through the Resident Evil series, you're more likely going to be seeing commentary for those boss fights because, at the very least, Capcom tries to make these things interesting, whereas, for example, the Mario vs. DK games are absolutely never going to get commentary because they are so frickin' boring. That's just gonna be the short and the skinny of it, but the G-Creature here, not exactly the best example of this new update, but I wanted to talk about it anyway, because who the hell thought that the rail car from Resident Evil 2 was going to be used as a weakness weapon, and in such a weird factory standard way?